basic beginner's Pilates class.
Right now broadcast is also.
Okay, good. So we're starting with a basic Pilates class this morning, beginner level. And for those of you new to the practice of Pilates, it's really about finding core strength. It's about flexibility, mobility, and just moving better through daily life. So everything that we do is going to be at a beginner level today. And then as you build your practice, we'll add there, everything has a progression as well. So we'll start at the basic level. We can make it more challenging as we go, but for today, we'll just start at the beginning and get you guys moving. So we're gonna start with just a little bit of breath. So everything works through breathing through your motion. So we're gonna start just feet hip distance apart, toes facing forward and your knees tracking right with your toes. Take a big inhale, reach up. In through your nose and turn your palms out through your mouth. Exhale. One more big breath in. Inhale. Reach towards the sky and exhale out. Nice. Give your shoulders just a little roll back. Start to relax your neck, relax your shoulders. As we start to work through your movement, always think about power through the center of your body. So everything is core centered. Think about pulling your ribs in towards your spine and belly button towards your spine. So everything's active and strong through your center. We're gonna bring your feet just a little closer together. Still knees forward, toes forward. Big breath in and come up onto your toes. We're gonna work a little bit of balance and stability here too. So up onto your toes and exhale, bring it back down. As your hands come to your shoulders, start with a chin nod and just roll down. Think about unfolding your spine bone by bone. Reach to the floor. Your head should be heavy, shoulders relaxed, and then slowly start to rebuild your spine. So stack up one vertebrae at a time. Roll up slowly, nice. Think about each individual bone as its individual segment and start to work that mobility into your spine. Good. We're gonna bring your heels together, toes apart. So your feet are into a first position here. And we're just gonna come up again onto your toes, still pulling and strong through your abdominals. Belly button towards your spine, set your heels back down. Think about zipping up your inner thighs. So strength comes from the floor all the way up through the center of your body and bring it back down. Good. One more raise up, exhale. Inhale, bring it down. Slide your feet back to parallel. Bring your hands forward just a little bit below your shoulders. And we're gonna go just a little bit of warm up for the lower body. So we're gonna come into a squat, knees and toes still forward. We come down like you're looking for a chair behind you. So reach back through those sits bones. As you stand, press back through your hands. Exhale. Inhale, reach. And exhale, press back to stand. So you should feel active through those triceps as you press back. One more reach back. And lift to come to center. Good. Last one here. Reach back. And inhale up. Good. Walk your feet forward just a little bit. We're gonna come to the front edge of your mat and then just bring yourself down to sitting. A little bit more flexibility and mobility into your spine before we start. Beautiful. All right, so knees are gonna be bent, feet flat onto the floor in front of you, and just bring your hands to the outsides of your calves. So we sit long, think about squeezing your sits bones together. Sit lightly, your back is as long and straight as you can. Take a little reach forward. Still engaging through your core, roll back through your lower back, just halfway back. Exhale. Reach with your fingers, toes stay glued down, and exhale, come back up to sitting, reach tall. Inhale here, and exhale, a little roll halfway back. And reach it back up. We're gonna add a little bit of a rotation on the next one. So as you roll back, we're gonna open to the side. So roll back, hold here. Sweep to one side, let your head follow your backhand. And bring it back forward. Big breath in, hold that lean. Exhale to the other side. And bring it back in. Nice, come all the way up to sitting tall. Good, circle your arms around. We're gonna bring your hands one more time to the outsides of your shins. Rock back onto your sits bones. So we're gonna come to a balanced position on your sits bones. Bring one foot first And then bring the other. We're gonna come into a balanced position. You can hold kind of the bottoms of your calves here. Good, take a big breath in, straighten your back, really pull your chest towards your thighs. And we're gonna go into a single leg stretch. So right leg is gonna go forward. Hold inside and outside of your left knee. Exhale, and switch. And switch. We're gonna go 4 to each side. Last one, bring both together. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Let your elbows just open wide. Drop your chin towards your knees. And then look back forward. We're gonna come into that same position. Shoulders down away from your ears, still balanced, heels lifted. We're gonna go into a double leg stretch here. So you're gonna reach your toes forward, release your legs, reach tall to the ceiling. Reach around and bring them back in. Inhale here. Exhale, reach. Inhale in. 2 more. Exhale, reach. We're gonna add a little progression. These ladies are strong, so we're gonna add a little work here on this next one. Reach here, hold. And we're gonna scissor outward. And in. And circle around. Nice, I threw in a little bonus there, good job. Bring one foot at a time down to the mat. Lengthen your legs out long and just reach up. Everything's about length and strength. So we're just gonna shimmy a little one side higher than the other. Stretching into those obliques just a little bit here. And reach, look up towards your reaching hand. And other side. Great job. Fold forward, hands towards your toes and just reach. If your hamstrings are really tight, a little soft bend in your knees is fine. Otherwise, just reach, find that length that works for you. Come all the way up to sitting tall. Nice. Scoot forward on your mat, and then we're gonna roll you all the way down so that you're lying on your back, knees still bent. We're gonna bring your legs into tabletop. So 1 knee at a time. Knees are gonna position right over your hips. Good. Lift your head and shoulders away from the mat. Elbows are gonna bend so that they're right behind your ears, fingers behind your ears. Good, just a little chest lift up and lower your head and shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, lift, chin looking up towards the ceiling and bring it down. 2 more, reach and down. Last one here, engaging that core, really press your belly button towards your spine here. Good job, and relax everything down. Keep your knees in your tabletop position, reach your hands out to a T, so they're just reaching out beside you, palms into the floor. Keep your shoulder blades down, just let your knees rock to one side. Turn your head the other way. Exhale to bring yourself back to center. And over to the other side. Working to free up the lower back. 1 more time to each side. Exhale over, move slowly. Inhale back to center. Last one. And back to your center. Check that your position of your knees is right over your hips. So not too far forward, not too far back. Flex your toes back towards you. So like bringing your toes back towards your nose. Good. And then we're gonna bring your head and shoulders up 1 more time. Lift here, reach your legs out to a 45. So reaching up towards the ceiling and out just a little bit away from you. Leave one leg right there and then let the other scissor all the way down to the floor. Flex your toes back towards you and lift to the sky. Good, switch to the other side. Point your toes, lower slowly. Inhale, flex and lift. Good, bring your knees into your chest, roll your head forward, come into a little ball here. Bring it all the way back down, let your head and shoulders rest. Hands right beside you, knees again in tabletop over your hips. And we're gonna go small toe taps here. So we're moving from your thigh, from your hip flexor, not from your toes. 90-degree bend in your knees, and we just drop 1 toe to the floor and bring it up. Other side. We drop. Oh, there we go. And bring it up. Don't bend your knee, but actually move from your hip. So you're reaching your thighs. Yeah.
Okay. So because it's the
Good job. You got it. Last one to each side. And here we go. Good job. Relax your lower back. Just imprint your back into the mat. So a little press of your lower back and then drop your feet to the mat. Good. We're going to come up to sitting. So you can choose, you can roll up, you can just sit straight up. And we're going to bring your knees out to the side, soles of your feet together. So just into a butterfly stretch here. Still sitting really, really tall. So your back is flat. You can hold just above your ankles and your elbows can kind of press a little bit into your inner thighs. As you come forward to stretch, don't roll forward, but keep a flat back and just drop your chest towards your ankles. A little more stretch into the backs of your hips this way. Big breath in and exhale. Come back up. Nice knees back together. And then we're going to change your position. So we'll just come over into a plank position. On your plank, you can start from your knees and you just start from where you are. Planks can be done from your knees, they can be from your hands, or they can be on your forearms. So wherever your body, shoulders, wrist feels more comfortable. If you're comfortable in a full plank, we're going to come down, hands onto the mat, just under your shoulders. Bring your knees out to hip distance apart and let the tops of your feet just rest on the mat first. So we're going to do a little bit of cat-cow. So those of you who do yoga or any of the other flexibility, mobility exercises, we'll start from here. So your back is flat. And we're going to start with just dropping your head forward, drawing your tailbone forward, and let your ribs reach up to the ceiling. Exhale and reverse that. Come into a flat back. Let your back arch back behind you, chin lift. Inhale. And exhale, back up into your cat stretch. And inhale one more time, just back to your flat back position. Shoulders are going to come just slightly forward over your hands. And then walk one foot all the way back. Bring your toes under so that we're supported by your toes. And then bring the other foot back. So we're going to come into your plank. Hips are low. Shoulders back behind you. So don't let them slump. Don't let your ribs sink. Keep them up away from the mat. We're just going to hold here, still breathing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Slight bend in your knees. Press your hips back over your heels. Reach back. And come back into your plank. Good job. We're going to do two more just like that. Reach your hips back. Exhale. And inhale as you come forward. Slower movement is better. It isolates the muscles a little better. Good job. And come back into your plank. And bring your knees down. Let your big toes overlap. Let your knees come a little bit wider. And we're going to come into a child's pose here. Reach your hips back over your heels, forehead towards the mat. Reach with those fingers. And then roll yourself back up to sitting. Good. And we'll come to sitting on your one hip. So we're going to sit to the side.
Doesn't have to look here.
No, either way. Let's face this way first, and then we'll do the other side. So anything we do one direction, we always do in the other as well. Your hand can come out right beside you so that you're in a line between your shoulder, your ear, and your fingers. Everything lined up here. Knees stack right over each other, and then just bring your inner arches together. There we go. We're going to do a little clam stretch here, so opening up through the hips, still bringing those spines, abs in nice and long spine, strong abs. And we're just opening here and close. Good. You should feel a stretch into the back of your hips. Good. Exactly. Yep. Knees just coming up. We're going to add a little lift into this. So think about your plank position. This time as you open, we're going to lean into that hand, lift tall, and then reach to the ceiling. Big overhead reach. Exhale, bring it down, sit all the way down, and close your knees. Good. One more time, big breath in, open and reach. Squeeze abs, and those glutes should be working right here. Reach over to stretch those obliques, and bring it down and close. Good job. Relax. Switch over to the other side. Don't be surprised if your balance or your flexibility is a whole lot different on one side than the other. It's true for most of us, so still same thing. Long line from your ear to your shoulder, all the way to your fingers. Belly button towards your spine, spine long, and just to open and close first. Get those hips to open up in the back. Exhale to open. Inhale to close. Good. We're going to lift on this next one. Open and we lift. Squeeze. Abs are strong. You should feel a little bit into those quads and glutes. And relax. Set it back down and close. Good. Big breath in and open. Squeeze. So your abs, your glutes, everything's working here. Oblique stretch to the side. And bring it back down slowly. Good job. Nice. Feel good?
Yeah.
Nice and stretched. A little more power through the center of your body. One more position here. So we're going to turn so that your belly towards the mat. We're going to do a little bit of spinal extension here. So we're going to start just by reaching all the way out long onto your mat. Bring your legs out behind you. Arms reaching forward. You can rest your forehead down on the mat just to get a long breath, relaxing stretch. And then lift your head, lift your chest away from the mat. Your feet stay glued to the floor. Reach your hands up just about shoulder height. And then sweep them behind you. Good. And relax. Back forward. Inhale. Exhale, lift. And reach. And exhale forward. Good. Relax here. Bring your feet out. You can kind of rest up onto your forearms. Bring your legs out, kind of externally rotate your toes so that your toes are out to the corners of your mat. Chest is lifted, chin's lifted. And we're just gonna go a little lift of the left leg, lift of the right. So it's hamstrings and glutes here. We're working back of the body here. Extension in your spine, so your chest stays lifted away from the mat. And we're just little flutters here. Good. One more to each side. And bring everything down. Bring your legs back to parallel. Reach your arms long. And we're gonna go for a little swim. So fingers reaching long. Think about being balanced on your rib cage. We raise your hands up above the floor. Bring your legs up above the floor. Squeeze with your glutes, hamstrings, and we alternate, lifting and reaching as long as you can. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Try and stay balanced. Your mid-body doesn't move. Don't hold your breath. We breathe. 10 seconds more. Eye gaze right down at the mat. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Lower everything down. Bring your hands under your shoulders and we're going to push back into a child's pose. One more time. Reach up and just press yourself back into that child's pose. Come all the way back up. Bring your knees underneath you and we'll come up to sitting tall. Your knees are just gonna stay almost done here. Little warm up, whole lot of full body circuit, but you can do this in 20 minutes a day. So we'll end with this. Knees right underneath your hips. Reach your hands out just about your chest height. Toes are just resting down onto the floor behind you. Engage your core. Your back is long and flat. And a little lean back. You should feel these quads stretching. You should feel your abs screaming just a little bit. Squeeze those glutes and bring it forward. Big reach. Inhale and rotate to your left. And back to your center. Inhale and exhale to your right. One more time. We come straight down. Palms down. just about your shoulder height, and squeeze with those abs and glutes. It's your balance and counterbalance. Reach back. Reach your left arm up. Rotate towards the left side and drop that hand towards your toes. Reach the other hand up. And exhale back up. We rotate to center. Bring it down. Big breath in and reach. Same thing to the other side. So we rotate and reach back towards those toes. Fold over and obliques to sit you up. And over back to the center. Good. Both hands down. Come all the way down to sitting. Roll those shoulders back. And there's your beginning 20 minutes to start your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Wonderful. So come here every Thursday, 10:15 a.m. To have a class. So Pilates like with wonderful Miss Peggy.
Bonnie.
Thank you.
Miss Bonnie.
I'm sorry, Bonnie.
That's okay.
Oh my gosh!
No, it doesn't matter.
That's
okay.
My goodness. Just a minute. And oh,